All right, seniors, we are about to start week 12. 4 weeks till Thanksgiving. I mean, we're getting there, guys. This is a good week for me. I enjoy teaching the material we're going to teach. It's a very short chapter. We only have two things. We're going to cover them both this week, and then we're going to test again next week. All right, I know you guys just finished the test, but then we have that test. We have this one coming up, and we also have a project that we're going to talk about in just a minute. And that's three tests that we'll have out of the way before Thanksgiving. It allows me to take it easy on you guys as we get close to the end of the quarter because we only have to have three. Now, we're going to have more than three test grades, okay? You guys are still going to have a paper, which will be a fourth one, and we're going to have at least one other test. So that's 5 test grades. But that'll also help balance out if you hit a rough patch, okay? So hang in there. I realize this is quick, but we're going to be talking about Arthurian romances this week. And we only have 2 stories, and I wish your book had included some more. They didn't really include any of the great ones. You have to use the one we're going to do, I think it's Thursday, which is Arthur's death, which is kind of an important one. The Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is, it's okay. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but I mean, it's written well. So we're going to look at those. Before we do that, though, let me give you kind of a pitch on what we're doing. Okay. Monday, if you'll notice, this is a mood from last Friday. If you did pay attention to my agendas, which a lot of people are not doing, please do me a favor. Stop coming up to me if you're going to be gone or you were gone during the week. Like if you were gone any day this week, you do not need to ask me what we did in class. You do not need to come to me and say, what are we going to do on Thursday? It is in the agenda. They require us to do this. I need you to look at it and quit acting like you can't open OneNote and view this. This is very simple, all right? We've been doing it for 12 weeks now. All right. So last week we had to move a lot of stuff because of needing extra time for the test as well as little buddies field trip thing messed up my week. So Friday we were supposed to start on a project. It's a King Arthur project. It's a table project. I'm going to read this to you. It says you will receive guidelines for a project where your table will research one of the characters associated with King Arthur. You will put together a presentation and present it to the class in a couple of Fridays. It's on the 13th. Okay. I will put information that gives specifics in a document to the right. That is right here. You click on it, it will open it up and tell you everything specific about this. All right, if you are working from home, those of you working from home, which I may or may not have a couple of you still doing that this week, you have to do this assignment too. You have one of 2 options. You can do it all on your own, which is fine with me, or get with one of your friends who's in the class and work with their group. Now, I'm going to ask everyone in the group how much you contributed. So, and everyone's going to have to comment on that, not just those of you at home, but those of you in class too. But you need to make sure you do that, or it will be 0 on a test grade. Okay, this is not negotiable. You have to do this. All right. Tuesday is going to be Sir Gawain or Gawain. I don't know how we're going to say it. I got to look that up. And the Green Knight. It's a pretty big section, textbook pages 168 through 183. There's a lot in this. I don't know if we finish it in class, all right? So I'm hoping we will. If not, what will happen is I'll pull some of it over into Wednesday, finish it up, and then go into our second work, which is Morte d'Arthur, which is about the death of King Arthur, okay? All of these notes here that I've got bullet pointed, both here and there, are ones that you want to make sure you listen for in class. And if I don't talk about them in class, they're ones that you want to either look at in the story yourself or maybe ask some questions, because these are the things that I make the test off of if you haven't seen. Most of you did okay on the test, but I did grade a little harder this time, and the grades did dip by about 8 to 9 points on average. Okay? And the next test, even more so. Okay, we're trying to get you to where you should be and not just giving you grades. Your assignment for this week comes on Wednesday. Okay, and it's a pretty complex one, it looks like, but it's really not. All I'm asking you to do is identify. We're going to talk about the code of chivalry. We're going to look at 5 behaviors that the knights participating in these 2 stories. They would indicate what chivalry is about. Then what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite this. And when I say chivalry here, I don't really mean this exact same context, but we're going to look at code of behaviors, what we think a code of behavior for a good high school student or a teenager would be. We're going to come up with 10 elements of that. And then finally, you're going to write me a good paragraph explaining how well you and your classmates do with following this code of behavior, okay? It's a little bit of a creative assignment, but I would rather do that than just questions. All right. Your test over these stories will be next Tuesday, and I'll remind you again on Monday, but just heads up, there's a test coming. Thursday, I'm excited about. Thursday is going to be the first of a project that about probably a month ago, I was just browsing Netflix and came across it. And a lot of you have seen it, or your parents have. I watched it the day it came out, and immediately texted Miss Richardson while it was on, and she started watching it too. So we were texting each other back and forth while we were watching this thing. And it's an amazing documentary about social media. And I know, oh, good, it's another old man griping about social media. You're right, to be honest with you. But this documentary, if you haven't seen it, is done by the people who helped start all of these companies like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. These people, and they're talking about what it actually does to us. So we're going to watch it. We're going to split it into probably 3 parts. We'll do one each week leading up to Thanksgiving. So this is day 1 of it. So today we'll view the first of 3 parts of this documentary. Students will take notes on the videos as it's playing. I am not going to give you a reading guide or anything like that because you're upperclassmen in a high school class. They don't give you reading guides or study guides in college, and we need to start training you for that now. So I'm not going to give you this. I'm not taking up these notes, so it's up to you. But you are going to be right. Your essay for this semester is going to come, or this quarter is going to come off of this document or this video. Okay, so you do definitely want to take some notes. Your paper's gonna be when we come back after Thanksgiving. We're actually you're gonna have the material for it before Thanksgiving. So those of you who want to work on it can, but then it won't be due until probably the week before exam. So you got plenty of time. All right. I didn't put any discussion points in there because again, I want you to pay attention and not worry about this. So Friday, I'll allow you another day to work on your project because it was set aside to work on that Friday anyway. I went ahead and put the document back down there again too, so that you could look at it if you so chose. All right. So that's the week. It's a busy week for us. You're probably the busiest class I have this week, but you guys can do it. You're more than capable. Just bear with me. I know that there's a burnout setting in. I know for some of you it's been burnout since week 2 of the year, but this is a tough part of the year because we see the light down there at the end of the tunnel where Thanksgiving's coming, and then we're going to have a few weeks that are kind of fun weeks at plus exams, which isn't fun, leading up to Christmas. And so right now we see that light, but it's far enough away where it still feels like it's a long way away. And there's a lot of fatigue and a lot of grumpiness and a lot of laziness that sets in, not just on you guys, but on, the adults in the school too. We have to fight this. I need you guys to take the class serious. I need you to not get grouchy and get an attitude with me because this is just what we're required to do. We're still in school for 4 weeks. Then we get a break. Then we get 3 weeks. Then we get another break. And, it's a great time of the year. I love second quarter. But I need you guys to buckle down and make sure you do this. Some of you wrote out some zeros last week. It's too early in the quarter to be landing zeros in this class. You've got to do the work, okay? Please make sure that you stay on top of this stuff. I realize that for some of you, my class isn't hard, so you kind of treat it like it's less of a class. I'm going to advise you really strongly to cut that, all right, and really work hard because I want you guys to have the A's and that you deserve, all right? So anyway, that's the week. I was filming this Monday, so I'm going to see you in just a few hours, to be honest with you. So I hope that you have a good first few periods. I'll see you period 3. And this is hopefully going to be a good week. Last week was not, and I'm hoping this week's going to be a much better one, and I think it will be. So anyway, guys, thank you. I hope you have a pleasant morning, and I will see you very soon.